Hello there, my name is PolishLynx and welcome to SC2VN StarCraft eSports. It's all about it, visual novelties. And okay, the city lines have never been so beautiful. I have no desire to leave Seoul's electric embers now that things are finally starting to make sense. What if I hadn't run into Axel and Golden Zonefire? I'd probably be buying my ticket for a flight home at the end of the month right about now. And without Jet, there would be no team, no goal, but the vague dream to qualify for the VSL. If not for Stunt or Reva, I'd have no sparring partners, no teammates, not to mention no way to have earned Jet's confidence in front of Mr. Kim. Mr. Kim. No matter how he rubs me the wrong way, he's as much as part of my chance to stay here as my teammates. And Mr. Yeon. Who'd have thought that a convenience store clerk I'd been avoiding eye contact with would be the one to bring me back from the brink. By whatever means necessary, I'll repay those that have helped me stand where I do now. For the third time, if you scout the second gas, build a damn bunker! Don't be so greedy! Make sure you stay clear of his vision if you're going to take that kind of drop path. They will try to roll over you with Colossus if they manage to pick off your dropships. Prioritize your weakening production first. Yeah, just like that. With a couple of snipes on the stand plus Reva combinations High Templar, the Protoss army is left barely bereft any kind of area of effect damage, allowing you to change forward and go for the jugular. Even with Stunt's top tier control and Reva's highly efficient production, I managed to push my way into their base and secure not one but two GGS. I leap out of my seat in triumphal victory. Out of almost 100 games, that's the third win I've managed to clinch. It feels amazing. I wasn't sure that I'd be able to manage a breakthrough as a result of this kind of practice, but my control has noticeably improved. A good thing considering the match with Bolt is tomorrow, and he won 3 times. Oh crap. She's just building more High Templar when I asked for Colossus. It was strategically unsound to push onto the map. You should have allowed our upgrades to complete and use the High Templar as drop defense. What do you know? You don't even play Protoss! Reva places her index finger on Stunt's forehead, easily keeping him at arm's length. The park quiets their harmless squabbling when Jet rises. That's enough for today. But it's barely 6 o'clock. The debut for an important match is the most important, not in terms of practice, but to prepare mentally. Jet says so to no one in particular, making it a point to ignore me when I turn to look at her. A new age method, Better than the all-night cram sessions from the Broad War days, I suppose. It's scientifically proven to work. Besides, it's not like I'm giving him the rest of the day to do as he pleases. Damn, with Jet even relaxation is ordained. Come on, we are going to Namdan. Again with Namdan? Pro games don't belong in a place without computers. Would you rather spend the rest of the day cleaning ashtrays at your mom's? You know what? You're all just jealous that you don't have a PC bank in the family. The rest of us share a laugh on the way out with Stunt training after us begrudgingly. Given the mood coming out of the cafe, I'm surprised to find that none of us have all that much to say as we loiter around the park bench. Stunt's attention never strays from the game on his phone, while Reva and Axel simply stare off into space. Jet paces back and forth. Through her gate lacks its usual purpose. Within all 5 of us, silence. Maybe not all that much needs to be said. We all know the stakes. Everyone's done their part to prepare for tomorrow. It's natural for us to feel nervous. The key is to keep it from affecting our chance of winning. It is sad. I shift my gaze towards Reva, surprised to find her staring at the ground. What is? This may be the last evening we gather as a team. Come on, Reva, don't say stuff like that. It won't do us any good.
But it is the truth. Ma, please win tomorrow. I do not want to stop spending time with all of you. I have been a happier person since I joined this team. I would strongly prefer to stay that way.
Gary dashes Reva in tones of sadness that the rest of us are trying to deny. Even Jet kisses her Mach to observe the exchange. I feel the same way, Reva. I'll win tomorrow. I promise.
Don't do that.
Tell that you will do everything to win. I promise.
Damn it. The penalty for lying is death.
Reva breathes out a sigh and collects herself.
I believe that you will.
Me too! Mach probably plays an important part of my story to become the greatest player of all time. The first chapter can't end with a loss. It just wouldn't make sense. An arm sling itself around my shoulder. With a glance I find that it belongs to Axel. Feeling alright? Not as bad as before, but the pressure is still there. As your coach, I'm obligated to encourage you to win, but what's most important is what you want. For what it's worth, I'm with Reva. It'd be sad to see you leave Korea. I've got more than enough motivation for tomorrow. Is that what we're here for?
It isn't just for you.
For the first since she barged into my room, Jet addresses me directly. Her expression is devoid of the intensity that I've come to know her for.
I wasn't like when I said that you had the potential to be great. True as that is, it doesn't make you special. Everyone has the capability to be a champion. It isn't genetic or innate. I'm not denying the existence of talent, but it's not nearly as essential as people make it out to be. StarCraft and everything else is about way more than that. Most people are either unwilling or unable to work hard. Simply being able to overcome that barrier makes it possible to do things that other people sit around and daydream about. If you've done that, you can lose without regrets, have you?
Yeah, I have.
Good, then all that's left is to trust it will learn us the wind.
Silence follows Jet's final remarks, leaving us with an air of gravitas. It's only a quip from Stan that saves the rest of us from our gloom-faced stare down.
Deep.
Don't be a prick, Stan. Alright, let's go over the game plan for tomorrow. How you play is up to you, but it's probably smart to stick to what you've been practicing. Yeah, I know, better than to invent a build on the fly. How about you open up a subject, still against the build Reva prepared for game 1?
I understand that, I just don't think it's a sure win. Bolt will probably assume Mach is looking to steal a win, so he'll be on the lookout for something non-standard. It was devised with that in mind. If executed as planned, it should secure a lead, if not a victory.
Don't give Bolt any respect that he hasn't earned. If you let him set the pace for the series, it will be an uphill battle. I agree with that, actually.
Alright, fine, it's just not my style of play.
Moving on, how about mid-game? I was planning on my usual style. Drop ships to establish map control and slow down his third base. If I scout that he's being too greedy, I go for the kill.
That's solid, I wouldn't change anything there.
Seconded, it's annoying playing against those kind of Terrans if I can't kill them early. Reva fidgets with her glasses, evidently disagreeing.
Do not write of the possibility of Mach.
He's barely practiced Mach. Why would you even suggest that?
It is the ideal unit composition when played at its apex.
And if you can get there safely, which will be practically impossible against Protoss as lethal as Bolt. Reva concedes her suggestion with a shrug. Last thing, late game, if Bolt manages to get on 3 bases, don't try to end the game in the direct fight unless you have tons of defenses prepared to slow down his march. The fully powered Protoss army is stronger than a maxed out Terran, so we had to look elsewhere to find an edge. And you know, I think I should have taken notes of all of this. I will forget what I'm supposed to do.
The opposite is true in Broad War, so he's used to being the aggressor. If you see Bolt eager to engage with you, don't automatically assume it's because he will roll you. That reminds me, are there any other kind of mistakes that Broad War players make when they first switch to StarCraft 2? You and Axel should know better than one.
It's a little things, honestly, knowledge that you take for granted that Balls has to work for. You can look at 5 Marauders and know they'll crush 7 Stalkers without actively thinking about it. For example, he probably can't yet.
That and his strategies. Bolt hasn't been playing StarCraft for as long as you, so he's probably only up to date and on standard builds from the current meta. He'll be relying on game sense and mechanics to carry him through that shortcoming. If you can get a read on him, he won't be able to fall back onto an older style. And as strong as Brood War players as he is, Bolt isn't immune to slip-ups, especially in a new game. If he expands too fast or spread his army too thin, crush him.
Yeah, got it. Then I guess we've done everything we can. Nothing to do but play. You'll want to run through some warm-ups and get a glimpse of the crowd or keep your nerves down, so don't be late. When I ask worth noting, Axel smiles. A final glimpse and the 4 faces of my teammates underscores the need to win tomorrow. Nothing else needs to be said. Everyone has placed not only their trust but also their futures in me. Failure is not an option. We need to kick some ass. That's true. I won't be in this apartment for much longer, but I'm going to leave it on my own terms. How are you feeling, Mach? Huh? I blink my eyes and rub them awake. An hour of armor at the studio has left me with only 15 minutes before the match is set to begin. The powder on my face feels weird. Standard procedure for all broadcasted matches, so the makeup artist said. Behind me, Mr. Kim, a small crowd filters into the stage area. The semi-finals for the Victory Star League begins right after show match, so it's unlikely that everyone is here just to watch me and Bolt play. But judging by the number of people sporting the black and white colors of SC2VN, there are at least a few. Mr. Kim, sorry, I'm well. Good, best of luck in your match. Let's hope that this is the beginning of a long and fruitful partnership. I lower my head in a curt bow. I appreciate it. Mr. Kim matches my bow with a nod, and then slips around the corner and into the studio. I'm allowed only a minute of time to myself before the businessman's presence is replaced by Axel's. Ready? Yeah, I'm ready. And I am. I stretch out my wrists and crack my knuckles to emphasize it. Good, let's go. And that's a good music. But before we get into that, we have a special match before the VSTL begins, don't we? That's right, most of you have likely heard that the news that Axel and Jet have left their teams to begin their own. Regardless of how that fans feel, one must admit that it was quite an ambitious decision. Certainly, but today we have a match to decide whether those two will have the risk pay off. A generous prize from Enoch Group has allowed us to host a show match between two widely different players. A new sponsor, how exciting! On top of that, it's refreshing to see that KPGA has finally begun to embrace StarCraft 2. How much do we know about the Protoss bot? He's a very strong player from SC2VN, but this is his first appearance in a StarCraft 2 match, isn't it right? We'll have to see how his Brood War skills translate. What about his opponent, Mach? Do we know much about him? There was very little information available about him online, so we must assume that he's an amateur. All the same, he must be quite skilled for Jet and Axel to call him their teammate. It dawns on me that this match is probably being broadcasted online. Should I have told my parents or friends to tune in and watch? No. Enough! I'm tired of obsessing over acceptance from everyone from back home. This has nothing to do with them. Now let's get the comments from our players. Please welcome Bolt and Mach. A production assistant gestures me forward and I step out onto the stage. Bolt approaches from the other side, standing just a few feet from me when we come to a stop. He gives a wave and a few dozen people erupt into cheers. Among them are the screams of at least 10 fangirls. With a microphone in hand, he addressed the crowd with a charming disposition, completely opposite from every interaction I've shared with him. First, I would like to thank my fans for coming today. I work hard to prove that KPGA players will place first in StarCraft 2 Championship in the near future. I've always performed well under pressure throughout my pro gaming career, but today I don't think that I have too much to worry about. The comment draws a few laughs from the audience, KPGA fans and not. He continues. I'm confident that I'll only drop one map day. My opponent's year of StarCraft 2 must have earned him at least one win against my single week. That's just an outright lie, but judging my crowd's reaction, they are buying it completely. Foreigners could never compete in Broad War. I'm here to prove that the same is true in StarCraft 2. I promise to show you all good games. Please cheer for me! He lifts a fist to another uproar for Clubhouse. What a fake piece of shit. But before I can spend any more time lingering on how much I dislike Bolt, the VSL hostess takes the mic from him and offers to me.
Say a few words to your fans. I was told you can speak Korean, correct?
Before I know it, the microphone is in my hand. I try my best not to look bewildered and turn my attention to the audience. Hello, I'm Mach. I want to thank my team for helping me prepare for today's match and the Eno Group for sponsoring the show match. I will do my best to win, thank you. My earnest approach earns me a polite response from the crowd, though not one that comes close to matching Bolt's.
Please shake hands and go to your bows.
Okay. Thank you. Bolt is first to turn. His smile, no doubt designed and manufactured in an underground KPGA laboratory, belies the edge I see in his eyes. He offers his hand and I reach forward to take it for a single shake. I hope you practice hard. I'm going to destroy you. I did, don't worry. Not likely. I really want to see you lose. That's good. It would be a shame to disappoint the fans with an uneven series. It doesn't matter what you want, you're trash and after this you'll never forget it. Agreed, let's make sure to show exciting games. Easy to say, let's see if you can actually do it. We separate without incident and I turn to make my place in the booth. Jet stands outside the door with my keyboard, mouse and mousepad in hand.
What the hell is this?
She drops a keycap into my hand. I think that's my Windows key.
It does belong on a pro gamer's keyboard. Fat fingering that during a battle will tap you out and lose you a game.
She huffs and breaks eye contact. It's obvious that she's at least as stressed as I am. Jet, I've got this.
I know, do your best, Mach. Fighting.
With a nod, she pushes open the booth door. Once inside, the ambient sound of the stage lights, cameras, and screens die down. All that I can hear is the subtle hum of the crowd and my own pulse. It would be peaceful if not for the adrenaline burning through my veins. This is my first time inside the booth. My heart is racing and nothing I try to tell myself as I plug in my peripherals and configure my settings helps to calm it. Playing in front of a crowd in the VSL has been a goldmine for more than a year. Even with how hard I've been working, it feels like there should have been more build up to this moment. Yet, here I am. I reach out to touch the soundproofing material, if only to allow another of my senses to confirm that the moment is real. Even as I try to keep my focus away from the crowd and on the game, I keep glancing past the computer, monitor and towards my teammates seated in front row. And I think actually it will take a while before we actually will start the match. So let's end the episode here and we'll continue in the next one. See you then. Bye.